B.D.P. episode 3 with Big Mike and Izzy. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I mean, I'm alright after we had to struggle to get that intro in there. Mike couldn't hold up. Dude, your cheeks have to hurt the amount you smile, though. Like, I just don't understand how you could, like, the muscles in your face, like, you remember, okay, so, you remember that time we were on acid? The next day, my jawbones literally felt like they were gonna come unhinged. It was wild. That was an experience. That was an experience. I mean, I had no problem with it.
Being super hot too. That was the worst.
Listen, so
bad.
You rubbed that beanbag pillow on your face for so long and in your hands. I remember asking you for it because I needed some sort of stimulation, and I immediately handed it back because it was like, even on acid, I knew this is gross. I should not touch this. Absolutely.
That's the right choice.
I completely agree. Like, it was so wild. That was such an experience. And I had taken acid a couple times before, but nothing compared. Like, all right, so I have one other experience that's remotely close to that, where I got visuals, but with you, I was immediate in Wonderland. Like, we called Kyle on the phone, and his face was terrifying. Because I could see his face pixel by pixel, opposed to seeing an image. It was... Oh, because acid, for people that don't know, it makes your hearing and your sight extremely heightened. It's intense as all hell. So if you can ride out the high sometimes, it's an experience. The next morning, I could still see air particles. Like, I was taking a piss in Mike's bathroom, and above his washer and dryer, he has, like, overhead lights. And I could see air particles floating in the light still because I was still coming down a little bit, and my eyes were trying to readjust. It was such a wild experience. Like, his acid came from the...
Everything. You called Alex, and we were, like, carrying everything in your house.
So I'm yelling at her, and I hear this noise. This is one thing I vividly remember. I keep hearing... And I'm like, what in the fuck? And she is dead. I was so scared because I thought, okay, visual hallucinations I can deal with, but if it becomes auditory and I don't know if what I'm hearing is real, that's a kind of like detachment from reality thing that I didn't want. I wasn't prepared to handle that step. And I'm like, nah, you're fucking lying. Like, I'm telling you there's a fucking sound, and you're gonna find it. And it was Xander on the other side of the house rocking in his computer chair. And I could hear it over the phone all the way across the house. It was an experience, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That sounds like it.
I was,
It was a great time.
I'm not gonna lie, not all of it was pleasant. That's 100% the truth. I'm sure Mike.
Not for you. Yeah, you had a rough time.
Well, it's
not a bad time, but you had a rough time.
I wrote it out. I definitely wrote it out. Okay, when Vegeta came off the screen, I didn't know what to do. We couldn't watch TV anymore. I was trying to.
Turned off for like 3 minutes.
I was like, okay, we gotta watch something. I was like, let's watch the Dragon Ball Z Broly movie. It just came out. Mike's got a huge flat screen in his basement. Thought it'd be a super cool idea to trip and watch that. Well, like 10 minutes into the movie, they start a fight scene where Vegeta wants to fight Broly first, so Goku lets him. And all of a sudden, Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, and he takes off in one direction. And Vegeta takes off the screen. And I see him snap across the room, and I close my eyes real quick. I go, that's not real. Nope. Mike, we got to turn the TV off. I can't watch this. It's like, nope, cut that right there. We can't have extra stimuli. That was holy shit. I had a rough time because it was like, I knew what I was in for, but I wasn't prepared for the intensity of it. Like, I dropped bladder acid, a drop in each eye, when I was 16 years old, for the first time when I tripped. And I went to La La Land. I don't remember much of it. It could have been like what you're talking about, but all I remember is laying next to a pond and telling my sister I could hear sound. Or see sound, rather. Like, yeah, with see sound. And I don't remember much else. Like, it was so long ago, and also I was a dumb teenager, so there was no fear in me. I'm sure I was just riding that bitch out. But as an adult with kids, yeah, that put me in a different place. I was like, shit, what am I doing here? You know what the worst part was? I was like, at the beginning, I was like, I'm only taking one hit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, how much do you have left? And you're like, what? I think you had like a hit and a half left. And I was like, well, give me the other half. So I took the other one, and I was like, fuck it. And I just took it all. And I'm like, okay, now I'm in for it. Like, once it's in your mouth, you don't, like, you're done. If it touches your tongue, get ready. And that's where I was.
For a treat.
There was like a metallic pitch to sound. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You know how, like high frequency noise, almost like that screech, like that, kind of like that.
Yeah.
But I really truly just believe that that's the deterioration of the nerves in my body, because that's what it does.
Maybe.
So side note, Isaiah, you have anything to pitch in here?
Not on drugs. No.
Not on drugs, no. The closest thing you've ever gotten. I went to smoke pot in college. That's boring.
I didn't inhale.
I didn't inhale. I didn't. As he's sitting on his bench playing the saxophone. Easy, Bill. Easy. So, over the last week, Mike and I watched Morbius. And I will say, for as much hate as I saw online, I really did enjoy it. It wasn't horrible. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I think it opens the door for a lot more fun for that side of the MCU universe, like the Sony side. I know we're
What's your favorite part?
Gosh. Probably the I'm Venom thing, because in the trailer they make it seem like he tells him that he's joking, but in the movie he doesn't. He literally just leans in and tells the guy he's Venom and walks away. That's it. Yep. And it's hilarious. It was so funny. I couldn't even believe it. Fuck, did I not have a drink? I'm going to have to ask for the, Oh, I do. Never mind. Never mind. We're good.
Oh, you got your code red there.
I do. A nice little code red. But, yeah, so I will say, like I told you previously, the opening of the movie was strange for me. So the opening movie, he's standing in a cave. He's got this, like, weird laser trap. And I'll be honest with you, it looks like he's preparing for something much bigger than the bats. Like, it just gave me a feel like he was gonna see... I don't know much about Morbius. I didn't go in with much knowledge of the character. So, from somebody that was completely fresh to it, I thought, like a vampire, like a super old vampire creature was gonna come out and give him his powers, and I thought that was gonna be the premise, almost. Well, it turns out he is actually just catching vampire bats.
Just yoinking bats.
And that's the opening scene. And then it just starts into the actual movie, where you learn about him as a kid, and then it goes into him as an adult, and then you find out that the bats are actually in a cage in his lab. And then it finally dawns on me. I was like, wait, that's... What? It's like, why do we even have that scene? It's so unnecessary. It provides no extra to the film. But other than that, like, that was my only real qualm with the movie. Jared Leto is Jared Leto. You're gonna get the same performance out of him regardless. He's really not bad, but he's not great. It's hard to say that about somebody that has an Oscar, I know, but still. I mean, he's got an Oscar and a Grammy, honestly, if you think about it. That man's pretty...
Really? Damn.
Yeah, you realize he's the lead singer of... God, what is it? He's the lead singer of a band that's pretty famous. Isaiah's got it. He's going to look it up for us.
Yep. That's what I'm here for.
I could ask Siri faster than this goddamn.
30 Seconds to Mars.
There you go. 30 Seconds to Mars.
Hmm.
He's the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars, yeah.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. And I mean, they're not really huge now, but they were a pretty big alternative rock band in like the 2000s. And he was pretty, like, I saw him live in concert once. He was pretty alright. Not too bad.
Not too bad. Yeah, Morbius wasn't too bad. All the fighting scenes were good. He was like the true Batman.
He literally looks like a fucking bat. His face turns into a bat. It's so... And I think...
Does he morph, or...
Yeah, not full morph, but more like...
But like...
He gets claws, his face becomes deformed, he gets jagged teeth, his eyes turn white and the like squiggly black in the middle, and he gets echolocation. Like,
So it's kind of like...
He's really Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
But other than that, like, I thought it was really good. I mean, he didn't really have a huge... His villain like the big bad turned out to be, so him and his best friend growing up are terminally ill, or not terminally. Well, yes, I guess technically they are terminally ill, and they have a disease where they like become crippled, where they like he walks with two walkers and his buddy walks with a cane, and they were both orphans as a kid. Well, Michael ends up being super intelligent and becomes a doctor. And the other one, they don't really give any exposition on. They don't tell you where he gets his money. He's just super fucking rich. Mike, half of your head is missing. There we go.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, and he ends up funding all of Michael's ventures, and that's where Michael gets all the money to do what he does. Well, it turns out he finds out that Michael has found a cure to their disease, but it is what turns Michael into Morbius. And of course he doesn't Michael has to feed on human blood to survive, and he doesn't want his friend to have to murder people and deal with the bloodlust and things of that nature. And his buddy gets all pissed off and ends up stealing one of the vials, using it, and they end up going at it for the duration of the movie. And that's pretty much the plot in a nutshell. So I guess spoilers. That's a little late.
Really late.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't fucking care. If you're here, you're dealing with it. Mike, anything else on Morbius? Nah.
Wasn't too bad. You should watch it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Like, if you like movies like Venom and things like that, it's definitely worth a watch, 100%.
Had some laughs.
Yeah. Not nearly as many as Sonic 2, though.
Yeah, true.
Sonic 2 was unreal. Knuckles was just absolutely pure comedy gold.
Was there any other main characters from Sonic, or just...
Tails was in it.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tails is my favorite to play in the games.
And in the after... It's not really an after-credit scene. It's like in the very end of the movie. They talk about Shadow, and they show you a clip of Shadow in a test tube.
Oh, shit.
So they're hinting at a third movie.
Cool.
But they don't, that, like, in the end, it seems like they want you to believe Robotnik's dead, but they don't show him die, so there's, you know, the chance that he comes back and la 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 la. But, I was just so blown away by how funny it was. Like, it was really good. It was really true to the movie, just like the last one, and it was so much better than the rest of the movies that we like. Sonic compared to Uncharted, like Sonic shits all over Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
100%.
Oh, all day long.
Uncharted was a terrible movie.
Uncharted has no exposition. It's just dumps you right into the movie.
I wasn't sure if there were references.
No. I got what you're saying.
There's no chemistry between those two guys either. Yeah. It was a really bad movie.
Yeah, it was just strange. Like, yeah, I don't know. Uncharted. I don't want to get back into that, but Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg weren't great on screen together.
Yeah. Do you think some of that could have been directing?
I
mean, it is an origin story. There was no connection between them.
So I think that the biggest issue was the narrative of the movie wasn't clear at all. Like, you knew what they were after, but you really didn't know why they were after it. Like, I guess you're treasure hunters, but why are you treasure hunters? Like, you didn't give me.
I think just because their parents were.
Yeah, like but like they give you no real flushed out anything for background. Yeah. Like I said, there's no exposition in the whole fucking movie. It's just like action scene after fucking action scene. There's literally a fucking a pirate ship being held by fucking 2 helicopters and fucking steel cables. It's and not only that, but the bullshit the cables fall and the fucking boat lands in the water and doesn't just doesn't blow to pieces. Like
it did sink.
It did sink, but like it was just I don't know.
I bet that was for comedy.
Stronger back then.
The 14-minute Nathan Fillion YouTube short movie was 100 times better than that multi-million-dollar budgeted piece of hot trash that they put out. That's all I'm saying.
6.4 should be lower.
It got a 6.4, yeah. All right, I don't want to keep shit because like I like Tom Holland and I like Mark Wahlberg, and I love Uncharted. It's just you've got to
higher expectations.
So much higher expectations, like.
Especially seeing Tom Holland and Spider-Man.
Yeah, and Mark Wahlberg was not horrible in like Transformers and shit. I expect him to deliver every couple movies. Like you really fucking blew this one, Marky. God damn.
It was a real shitter.
It was a real shitter. So, anything anybody want to throw to the table, or do we need a topic? I say, yeah.
Do you know it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland?
Wait.
But every guinea pig needs a friend.
Yep.
Wait.
Guinea pigs are social beings and get lonely. That's the reasoning to why it's illegal to own one guinea pig in Switzerland.
I like that. That's a good rule.
Yeah.
Of all the things that you could have brought to the table, that was the one that you decided on?
You told me random facts.
I mean, you're not wrong. I absolutely did. But the fact that the one that you decided to pull the trigger first on was that Okay, I got one. Okay, I got one for you. Off the top of my head, because you just reminded me. When Sweden and Denmark play against each other, the scoreboard would read SWE versus DEN. Okay?
Yeah.
The remaining letters from Sweden are DEN, and the remaining letters of Denmark or whatever. What is it? The rest of fucking Sweden.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Isn't that hilarious? Like they spell like it spells Denmark on the scoreboard, and the remaining letters spell Sweden. It's super weird. I was reading anagrams on Reddit the other day, and that one popped up, and I was just like, I just couldn't wrap my head around it for a minute, and I didn't like it. I don't know why. That wasn't something that topic wasn't girthy though. We need a girthy topic. Mike.
Okay, do you know what the national animal of
girthy, huh?
Scotland is?
Ostrich.
Sheep.
Nope.
Lamb.
Nope. Dude, you guys are never gonna guess this. It's not even real.
The jackalope.
Nope.
Okay, enlighten me.
Unicorn.
Fucking unicorn.
I was gonna say a narwhal, but okay.
That's
It
cheating.
says it's not real. I guess, yeah.
Wait, is a narwhal real?
I mean, I just always think, yeah,
I think so.
Wait, really?
yeah, it's real.
Okay.
Yeah, they had big plenty.
Yep.
Well, whenever I think
But
he,
you are right. It does have a big point.
yeah, you
But it
did.
comes out of here. It comes out of the freaking nose, not the forehead.
Okay, well played, well played. I understand. Okay.
Those freaking things look redonkulous.
A narwhal looks like a beluga whale with a horn on its head to me.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm gonna fuck you up.
I think that was a perfect description, ironically. You know, I'm really distraught that we can't talk about Doctor Strange because I could say so many things, but
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
We'll be watching it Saturday.
you guys, yeah. And, okay, so I think we're going to stop. Thursdays is our day, guys, because Thursday's my last day at work, or for the week, and you guys.
Thursdays were supposed to be the days that we recorded.
Well, now they will be.
Thursdays recorded, Mondays uploaded.
Yeah,
Both
yeah.
Tuesdays.
We're going to upload this one almost immediately because we took a week off. But next week, we'll get into the routine of doing Thursday upload, or Thursday record, Monday upload.
Sounds good.
We'll get back into the swing of things. Yeah, we...
Schedule.
I mean, now that we have the schedule, I wasn't sure what we were going to do because we were trying to get Kyle involved, and
But he's a piece of shit.
yeah, I mean, Kyle's in love. He's going to marry this girl. They're moving in together, so, I mean, I'm going to give him some time to do him, but he knows. I've already told him. I was like, I'll give you a honeymoon period, but you're coming back to us. And that's all I got to say. You came back, Isaiah. We didn't say a word. We let you go. We knew you'd come back.
Listen, I just had to get through the early stages of baby.
Oh, yeah, and I get it. I have 3 kids. I completely get it. So, like, 3.5. Because, you know.
Yeah, I don't really know how you made time for video games, too.
I
do know how.
Neglect. But,
Well, no, I was on drugs.
I didn't sleep a lot.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
24-hour days. 48.
Yeah, 70.
96.
There was like, I think the longest I went was like 5 days. But we can't discuss this because the destination that this conversation would lead would be both negatively impacting and incriminating. So I think we should change the topic. Mike, did you find a topic list with a little bit of girth for us?
Nah.
What's you guys' biggest phobias?
Um,
And why?
Deep water. It rustles
Deep
my
water.
juniors. Even in games like Ark. Oh, I can really feel it.
Can't do Ark either.
No, I can. It's just rough. I couldn't do
Yeah.
it in real life.
okay, so I'll be honest. I don't have like any.
Some bubs.
Okay. Oh God. Yeah, I forgot about. Listen. Okay. So I'll be honest with you. You said that, and it even makes me queasy a little bit just to even think about it. And I it, and I know exactly where the phobia stems from. Everything. I was like 4 or 5 years old. My mother brought me over to my uncle's house, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was playing, and there's a scene where Indy goes into this room, and the entire room, every ceiling, floor, wall is completely covered in bugs, scorpions, centipedes, and he's got to stick his hand through them and grab this thing in a wall to open up the door. And it ruined me. It really did. It ruined me. Like, I genuinely, and I don't know if it's not a phobia as much as like I have a genuinely like disgust where I could puke immediately. I am so disgusted by the idea of them touching me that it makes me want to vomit. So I don't know if it's a phobia, but it's definitely, it's something. I may be mentally challenged. All I know is one of my best friends growing up smacked a pine beetle while it was sitting on a screen door, and it popped, and the guts popped through the screen door, hit me in the face, and I puked straight through the screen door on him.
Shit.
Puked all over. It was uncontrollable. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. I don't blame me.
Yeah, I just, and June bugs scare the fuck out of me. I don't know why, but like out of any bug, they're angry beetles that fly, and that why? What do we need those for? They don't help me. I know that. All right, but wait. Let's circle around to deep water. How have I known you for this long and not known that? Deep water.
I always say Russell's my Jimmy's when I'm in Ark. You just don't hear it.
Russell's my Jimmy's.
That is deep water. I mean, okay, so I'll be honest with you. I'm a very good swimmer. I was a lifeguard for a little while when I was.
I like the water.
I have no. I know that even if I was completely out of breath, I know how to back float. So I know I'm not dying because I'm tired. So
easier in salt water too.
Yes, absolutely. You're more buoyant. But
bro, everyone's always like.
So is it the fear of is it the fear of drowning, or is it the fear of the unknown?
I think just the unknown. Like, it has to be really deep, and I've never gotten out there in real life.
Really?
I don't know how I would do on a cruise.
I've been whale watching and shit, so I've been out on deep water. And you've never been on a ferry or something over a lake?
Sea fishing.
No.
But a ferry's, Matter the lake. Jesus, Lake Champlain's what, 20 feet deep maybe?
Yeah, but it's a mile each way to swim to shore. Maybe more.
Oh, and they have like those weird vampire serpent things.
Yeah, the lamprey.
I forgot what they're called.
Lamprey.
Yeah, those things are fucking weird. Can you imagine if one of those latched on, hitched a ride?
Yeah, they're like gigantic leeches that have circular mouths with tubes.
Oh,
yeah, brother, you don't want them bad boys on you. Yeah,
I can relate to both of you guys. I can't go into water, even a pool. If my feet can't touch the ground, no.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I was notorious.
I'll swim, but if I can't touch the ground with my feet and have my head above water, nope.
I'm notorious for jumping and diving off of things. My parents would get so scared when I was a kid because we would go places with bridges and I would just hop over them. I remember one time it was so bad. So there's like 3 rails on this bridge. On the third rail is where normal people jump off of. And I thought it'd be cool if I ran up it like a ladder and fucking jumped as far out as I could. That's all. Oh, that's all fine and dandy. I didn't slip as much as I didn't pull my foot out far enough to take the step, and I clipped my foot on the top rail, and I must have spun 4 times before my back slapped off that fucking water.
Oh, shit.
And it was so painful that I didn't even swim to shore. I floated until I could catch me. Like, I was just like... it was
wind right out of you.
It was devastating. I remember thinking like, if I die, is this really how it's gonna happen? Like, because I genuinely knew that, like, if I were to hit like head first, I could break my neck from spinning that fast, and it hurt. Like, it fucking hurt.
How many people were there?
My whole family and a couple of our friends.
So they literally all just watched that.
I was like 13 or 14.
Jeez.
And I'm fat, so like it wasn't like a fucking skinny kid hitting the water. It's like probably a 260, 70 pound fucking fat 14-year-old.
You weren't that big back then?
No. Oh, you want me to be... Alright, so you want to hear how much I was when I was 12 years old? I don't even want to admit this. The most I ever weighed in my life was 317 pounds.
And that was when you were 12?
I was 12 years old.
Okay, so yeah, maybe you were 260.
So, over the course of gaining a couple inches in height and deciding that basketball and baseball were a necessity in my lifestyle, that I got into a much better shape. I was always a big kid, but I carried it very well. Like I said, I dive off of shit. Like, it's not like I'm not out there doing shit, but we used to cliff jump. There's a place called Barn Rock. It's on Lake Champlain, and there's 2 different platforms, and one is about 65 feet. The other one's 122 feet. Those are the 2 platforms. And the top, you don't jump off of unless you have shoes, and you have to point your toes. And not only is... I've only ever done it twice because, let me tell you, as a large man, to climb 5 minutes up a rock after you've already swam 10 minutes to it, not easy. Like, it's not. I was genuinely out of breath. Had to sit at the top for like 10, 15 minutes to like prepare yourself. And you want to know what's terrifying? Mike, if you're terrified of deep water, you could never do this. Because the distance you go underneath the water, you have time to tell yourself, 1, 2, 3. And you better hold your breath. Because you got probably 15 seconds before you're going up there. Like, you're gonna go down like a fucking torpedo. It's terrifying. Yeah, it was terrifying. My brother wouldn't do it, but he wasn't a good swimmer. I was also told by my parents not to do it. They told me that I was gonna die because my mom was such a cunt. It's like, look, Ricky, look at the size of you. You think you can hold your breath long enough to swim back up?
Oh my god.
It's like, yeah, I do. Thanks. I mean, I was a big kid, but I was out there. I was trying.
That's crazy.
It was not fun. Yes, okay, it was fun looking back. It's a fun memory to have, but it's not a great fun experience.
Yeah.
I did the sky coaster, like free fall bungee jumping.
That at Great Escape?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fun.
Yeah, me, Steven, and Caitlin. Oh, that
I have
was...
a fear of heights too.
I may be scared of these things, but I have an adrenaline addiction almost. Like,
me too. That
blood pumping feeling is like the best. That's why I think I used to tell my brothers, like my brother, the same thing almost. And it's like I think we were good at sports because even if we weren't the best player, we wanted to be out there when everything's on the line. You want to be the person out there to fucking either win or lose it. I don't care if you lose it because, like, I don't really give a fuck about what most people think. At that time, I'm sure I did. But I remember being in 7th grade hitting a game-winning basketball shot. And, like, almost being in tears. We were so I was so pumped. Like, the whole team coming out and fucking, like, wah! It's, like, crazy. Like, you don't even know what to do. You just, like a fucking idiot. Good times. Yep, good times. I just want
in tears at one point playing football.
Oh, yeah?
It was during practice when I had to run back and forth from a really far distance.
Mike, that's not a good story. That just means you're large.
Started out there.
And I'm obviously not one to really talk, but so
I was the water boy, by the way. The water boy turned into a player. Isn't that hilarious?
what the fuck? I voluntarily played sports because I was big. All right, so I played basketball because baseball was my main sport and I wanted to stay in shape for it because I knew. So once I was in running shape, getting out of running shape as a big person it's super hard to go back in. And for me to just let it go all the way through winter into spring again, it was devastating. Like, it was really hard to get back into shape. But my brother asked me in like 8th grade if I would play basketball with him. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll do it.
Nice.
Yep. I just want you to know that this fat fucker had a 27-point game in varsity basketball my junior year.
Damn. All my siblings played basketball.
No shit. I was just a really good 3-point shooter, and I was 6 foot tall, so like there wasn't a ton of kids out there that were bigger than me, so I could get most of my shots off. And I hit 8 threes in one game. And then I got an and one layup. It was dope. It was really cool. I got the coach's award that year. I still got the medal someplace. Yeah, I was so pumped. I was such a fat bastard too. Like, I don't know. My dad and my mom really did. Like, I hated my mom growing up. No offense. I mean, yeah, fuck me and my mom are on great terms, just for everybody out there. But They definitely pushed me to do things that I would have regretted not doing now looking back on them, so I'm glad I did them. But my dad was my fucking baseball coach for like 3 years, so like he forced me to do a lot of shit I didn't want to do. Lots of cardio.
That was fun.
Fuck that shit.
No, fuck you, Isaiah. You played soccer for fun.
I did too.
Yeah, like I didn't do those things for fun. I played baseball for fun. I like basketball, but like competitively, I wasn't like out there dying to play it. My brother.
I did track 2 years.
Yeah, that's sickening. Don't even say those words in front of me.
That's crazy.
Track and field. What is that? What? Running's not a sport. There's no goal.
And I have asthma.
Yeah, what the fuck are you?
And not be able to do anything else for the rest of the meet.
That's ridiculous. I think we need a topic change. We're getting stale, guys. Talking about running as a sport. Somebody give me a topic. Yeah, give me a topic. Guys, you see both of my hands. You know I'm not the one controlling this right now.
Listen, there was a moment where I didn't see both your hands. I was getting a little worried.
Don't worry.
I was worried.
Well, me and the old lady took a shower together before this, so I'm not the kind of man that's got energy for more than twice in a day, so you gotta worry. All right. Let me readjust, and then we'll steer this conversation in a different direction. Did I start working on the last podcast yet?
No.
I got a new job working at a golf course. Pretty cool. It's not bad. It's getting my fat ass in shape.
A couple of days.
Yeah, I had a big ass sunburn for like 2 weeks. I'm just now starting to look normal. Lot of walking. I'm driving a lot of cool machinery that I like. Never really thought I'd be driving. I'm gonna eventually learn how to drive this gigantic tractor too, because then.
Have you played it all?
I haven't played it all. I think I'm gonna play Sunday.
Oh, nice. Oof, Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna want to do Sunday.
Why is it gonna be hot?
Gonna rain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be raining.
Well, that's lame. Because I can only play every other Sunday pretty much, and we don't have Dean this Sunday, so that's when I was going to do it. But that's unfortunate. I don't like that.
Bring Dean.
No. It's because he either gets picked up or dropped off. Yeah, and it's more difficult because I have to be the one that picks him up because Alex can't drive. You know that.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's supposed to be raining pretty much all day. That's an oofy.
Pretty nice down here. On a 60% chance. Damn. Gonna be 90 degrees this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
I'll be working on the mill too on that day. Pretty
I had to
sure.
get my bushes done.
I'm gonna mow my yard tomorrow if it's not raining.
You don't pay anybody to do that?
No.
Good for you, Mike.
I like to do my grass.
Oh, grass or
Just-
bushes?
But everything.
Alright, grasses and bushes.
I know.
Mowing. If you had to freaking trim your bushes, that's completely different than trimming grass.
I know. I know. I bought all the stuff for it. I'm gonna get it done. I've done it before when I was doing lawn care.
Oh.
That was
I don't have too many bushes.
an interesting noise.
You want to talk about wrestling?
Wrestling.
None of y'all want to talk. See, like I could talk about a couple different things to such a severe extent that your ears would bleed, but I don't think any of you want to hear about my wrestling addiction or my anime addiction or my porn addiction or.
And I hear about the
your
cool work
midget
party
porn?
I had.
Listen. Yeah, I guess.
Are you bunghole
Yeah.
porn?
What?
What? Well, now we gotta hear it.
You want to hear about my work party?
Yeah.
It doesn't involve bungholes.
Yeah, then we can turn around to that.
No, I think we're gonna swing right by that one.
Work party's gonna take a while. Maybe not. Well, it starts with this bitch on a thing in the air. I don't even know. But she's like hanging up on this thing in the air. And we go up to her.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop him right there. So as Mike gets to this party, they all line up. There is a contortionist on a gigantic ring hanging in the air. She is wrapped in a cloth that anchors her there. She takes absolutely what
She was just using her legs for that one.
she took way too fucking long to get ready. We're gonna go that far.
She was already late.
But I will say it was very impressive that she was hanging from one leg upside down serving a line of people champagne. Very impressive. Yep. That's what she was doing. She was definitely a contortionist. She was very talented. But wow, I just want to say that you are absolutely horrible at describing things. Like,
it was this bitch hanging from the air.
There was this thing that she was on. Like, it was a gigantic metal ring that she was sitting in. And then eventually she hung upside down by one knee.
It's more like a sphere.
Sphere? No. Say that again. Yeah, okay, we got there. Wait, sphere?
Sphere?
Wait, I want you to say spherical.
Spherical.
Say Sally Seltzer sails down by the seashore.
Nah. I'm gonna finish the story.
Alright, go. Go, Gadget Copter.
You can finish it. You know what happened.
Wait, no, I was only finishing the bitch pouring drinks. I do know that the alien dancers were creepy as fuck.
Yeah, they were. But that comes real later at night. Alright, we'll get to there. So, they serve us champagne. And we go inside. We get more alcohol. Then eventually we all get into the pool. And there's girls inside of balls.
Don't forget the fact that you're wearing a sombrero the entire time.
No, only the second half of the night. I had to get drunk for that. Someone did walk in with the sombrero though. I got them for free on Cinco de Mayo. You gotta wear them. So yeah, there was these girls and balls hanging out with us while we were in the pool. They were kind of just floating around, looking hot. And waiters were serving us food all night. Hors d'oeuvres, huh? When I d'oeuvre. I ate a lot, but we didn't have enough, so we ordered a whole bunch of pizza later in the night. But at one point, we all got out of the pool, and we saw this guy on a ring just doing crazy shit in the middle of the living room.
All I know,
he fell at one point.
So, Isaiah, this entire party's happening in this lavish mansion. It's not even a mansion; it's a condo, isn't it? It looks like a condo.
Oh, it's his house.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Mansion,
It's got a huge overview. It's got lighting fixtures that are like ridiculous. Like this place is super bougie. And Mike, to this time in my life, Mike has described his boss so much differently than he appeared that like I thought he was this like little tiny guy. And he is just like some normal looking millionaire motherfucker. It's like why you flip?
Cool guy.
Then why is he flipping the bill for you to go do all this shit?
Why is he paying for all that?
Yeah.
Why not?
That's your argument?
You pretty much said why. He's a millionaire.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm just like the thousandaire at the moment.
A thousandaire.
Mike, finish your fucking elongated story.
So the guy was doing tricks and shit on a really big ring. He was going crazy. He fell at some point, but I don't know, maybe it was part of the act. And then these two girls came out in Joker outfits, trying to get us all to dance, and we're all, that's not something we do. But apparently, it worked a little bit.
If you saw the group of people that he was there with, you would understand the statement he just made a little bit more.
Yeah, a lot of us were also only in, our bathing suits, so...
The video of you in the pool in the sombrero is the funniest shit that I saw the entire time.
It's perfect.
It is perfect. It described the whole experience to me. I knew exactly how the night went when I saw you in the pool drunk with the sombrero.
Dude, people got so drunk. Like, a lot of people threw up in the bathroom. And, like, when they throw up, it's gonna splash, and he got all over my boss's wall. But one of my coworkers cleaned that up. Some guy threw up in his sink and all over his floor. I cleaned that up. I put my hand in throw up to get out the chunks so it could drain.
Mike, that's disgusting.
Mike, what?
Ricky.
That guy, his name's Ronnie, by the way, owes me forever.
Mike, what the?
Another guy threw up over my boss's neighbor's feet. That was fun.
I can't
Well,
even
let's
listen
do
to
that,
the rest of this without smoking more because you just told me about. I just want to be clear with the audience. The first time he told me this story, there was nothing about him finger fucking a chunk of fucking puke. Zero about that occurrence. I heard.
Yeah, that's what I say. I go the extra mile. Because my boss is a cool guy.
You're a pretty. You're alright for the most part. You're a piece of shit, but you're alright piece of shit.
So after like 4 or 5 people went out of commission, some guy passed out on the stairs. I don't know how he was comfortable.
You sound like you're like.
There's still more to the party. So the aliens come out. They were like in like this.
They were in full body, like stretch suits.
Just weird outfits.
They were fucking.
And I was in the
creepy.
pool. Yeah, I was in the pool. They came out and look at me. She's just looking at me like, whoa! And I'm like, whoa! What the fuck?
Isaiah, you put that fucking phone away right now.
I'm trying to figure out where my $350 of Pokemon cards are.
Somebody realized that there was a fucking Charizard in there and they yoinked them.
That's how we yoinked it. Those aliens came out in another outfit at some point, and then the last thing was 2 girls doing stuff on a red rope. Kind of like on the ring, but with the rope this time for a little while. And that's about it. Fun night. One of my coworkers decided to walk from my boss's house to the hotel, which is about a 3-hour walk. And he was drunk as shit. This was at like midnight. So he goes for it. He gets out of my boss's neighborhood, but instead of going to the hotel, which is a left, he takes a right to go to downtown Fort Lauderdale. And at some point, he loses his wallet. But he makes it back to the hotel. It was crazy. Luckily, you can still get on a plane without an ID. They just ask you a lot of questions.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, yeah.
The amount of facial recognition we have in this day and age, of course, you can get on a plane without ID.
That's like where you lived for like the past ever.
Yep.
In his case. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why he would even have his wallet out walking around.
All right.
Weird.
Your story's dragging. Let's go. Wrap it up.
I'm done. It's done, man. It's fucking done.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, you were dying from smoke.
I was laughing
Yeah,
too. I was laughing at Ronnie. That wasn't Ronnie.
Who?
Ronnie's the guy that
He
puked.
lost his wallet?
Yeah, Ronnie's the guy that puked.
Yeah, the guy who lost his wallet was Clay.
So, if you could be an expert at one thing or be really good at a bunch of things, which would you rather be? And if you choose to be an expert at one thing, what's the one thing you're an expert at and why?
What's the second half of the expert?
If you choose to be an expert at one thing, what is the one thing that you choose and why?
Well, I'd want to be a jack of all trades.
So I'm asking you, if you could be an expert in one field or know a little bit about a bunch of things.
I want to know a little bit about a bunch of things. I didn't hear that part of the question.
That's really what you choose?
Of course, if you're an expert in something, you could probably make a lot of money for being an expert in said thing.
Yeah, but if you know a whole bunch of little things, you could be a full stack developer and, get paid a lot.
No, because I know a little bit about a lot of things, and I ain't got shit.
But what do you have to go? What do you have to go through to be an expert in something?
I think to have a doctorate in that field is what they mean by expert.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of debt.
Because by the standards of like the definition by court of law, to be an expert, you need to have a doctorate.
Talk
in
like
that
that,
field.
I'd probably finish computer science.
I'm perfectly comfortable the way I am right now, and I know a lot about. I know a little about a lot of things, and I don't need all that shit.
Yeah, the only reason I would go back to school is to like teach, so I would get my doctorate or something.
Yeah, see,
I don't want to teach.
I think I would choose to be an expert, but what I would choose to be I would have to think a long time because I would have to figure out what's a problem that really needs to be solved, and then I would choose to be an expert in a field that would lead me to solving that problem. I think that's the approach I would take to it. Because then I feel like not only would I be famous, but I would also be wealthy because most likely I'd make money off of however I fixed it, or solved it. That's how I look at it. But I really don't know what that thing would be. Like maybe, kind of like Elon Musk in a way, like fossil fuel, like alternative, like finding a renewable energy source or something like that.
Expert in like solar,
something, yeah,
battery power.
Yeah, something in that nature. Make an electric battery that's revolutionary or something that lasts. So because right now the limitations to electric batteries are because of duration of time. And
so basically, you want to be Tony Stark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Create a mini arc reactor that can run the entire city.
I mean, I'm just saying that if I had to, I would find the world's like biggest issue, which is probably renewable energy, and I would want to be an expert in that field because I'd want to answer that question and make lots of money.
Yeah.
And be famous. And also make lots of money. Yeah, I think that's the way I would take it. It's not a bad approach, I don't think. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Not too
yeah.
bad at all.
I see my cat over here. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. I also have a mild headache right now.
Applejack.
How long have we been going for?
Apple.
Peaches even a cat? No, it's not Peaches.
I don't have a cat named Peaches, and I don't have a cat named Applejack.
Yeah, you do.
I have a cat named Blackjack and a cat named Pixie.
I was close with the Applejack one.
He's all black. What did you think we called him Applejack for?
Oh, that's a good name.
It's a horrible name for a pitch black cat. Applejack? My headache went away immediately. We're close to an hour. We will close in a few minutes, Isaiah, so don't worry about that. But what the fuck? There's something wrong with you.
You ain't wrong.
You ain't wrong.
Guys, on that note, this is B.D.P. episode 3, and I think we're going to close it there. This has been Xanku, Isaiah, and Mike. You guys have a good night, and we're out of here.
Peace.